So now once we are clear with the basic trigonometric ratios, let us now focus on the values of trigonometric ratios, right? So we are still continuing with the same chapter, trigonometry, and after the first video, now we'll be seeing the values of some standard angles, that is the value of trigonometric ratios of various standard angles. Those standard angles are 0 degrees, 30 degrees, 45 degrees, 60 degrees and 90 degrees. Because why we chose these angles? Because finding the values of trigonometric ratios for these angles are relatively easier and you can find it manually. It doesn't mean that the trigonometric ratios does not exist for other angles. The values are there, but yeah, you can calculate it using calculators and all. But these are the standard angles which you will find across your books throughout the questions in order to solve, and so we choose them as standard angles, and let us see what are the values of the trigonometric ratios. So in this video I'll be focusing on the trigonometric ratios of 45 degrees. Next video we'll see the value of trigonometric ratios for 30 degrees and 60 degrees, and finally in the third video we'll be seeing the values of trigonometric ratios of 0 degree and 90 degrees. So consider a right angle triangle now. As you know that trigonometry is all about right angle triangles. So let us make a right angle triangle ABC, right angle at B. Now I know that the angle, the theta that we are taking into consideration is 45 degrees. So this angle becomes 45 degrees. Now you know this is already 90, this is 45. Sum of angles of a triangle is 180 degrees. So this also becomes 45 degrees, right? Now let us say that this side is x, this side is of measure x. Then obviously since this angle is equal to this angle, the sides opposite to equal angles are equal. So this angle will this side will also be x, right? If this is x, if this is x, now I can apply Pythagoras theorem, that is AB square plus BC square is equal to AC square. This means x square plus x square equals to AC square, which gives me AC as root 2x, right? Root 2x. So whenever if I have a right angle triangle in which the measurement of the angle is 45 degree, this relation will always hold true. Whatever the measurement of this side is, this will be same as this side, and if I know this and this, I can easily find the hypotenuse using Pythagoras theorem. So now let us go back to the basic definition of trigonometric ratios. Let us start with sine theta. Here theta is 45 degrees. So sine 45 degrees is nothing but equal to perpendicular by hypotenuse. Let me write that for you, P by H. What is P here? X, and even if you take this angle, the P will be X only. So now let us concentrate on this angle in order to avoid confusion. With respect to this angle, this X is my perpendicular, hypotenuse is root 2x. So this is a ratio X by root 2x. X cancelled, hence I got sine 45 as 1 by root 2. Now irrespective of any triangle, if you see 45 degrees, sine 45 is always 1 by root 2. Similarly, cos 45 degrees. Cos is nothing but the ratio of base by hypotenuse. Here with respect to this angle, base is again x, hypotenuse remains the same, root 2x, which finally gives me x cancelled, cos of 45 degrees is equal to 1 by root 2 once again. So for 45 degrees, the sine and cos both have same values. Once you are done with this, now let us see tan 45. Two ways to find tan 45. You know tan 45 is nothing but equal to sine 45 by cos 45, which is also equal to the ratio of perpendicular by base, right? Perpendicular is x, base is also x, cancelled, which gave me 1. So this implies tan 45 degree is nothing but equal to 1. Once you know sine, cos and tan, then sec, cosec and cot finding them is relatively easy, because cosec is the reciprocal of sine, sec is the reciprocal of cos, and cot is the reciprocal of tan. So I'll write it here directly. Sine 45 is 1 by root 2. So cosec 45 will be reciprocal of 1 by root 2, that is root 2. Sec 45 reciprocal of cos 45, again root 2. And cot 45 reciprocal of tan 45, which will give me 1 itself. So I have all the 6 trigonometric ratios defined for 45 degrees. Sine 45 1 by root 2, cos 45 1 by root 2, tan 45 degrees 1, cosec 45 degrees root 2, sec 45 degrees root 2, and cot 45 degrees as 1. And it is really important to remember these values. You should be knowing the trigonometric ratios, the values for the standard angles, though there are few short tips and techniques in order to remember that, but it is always clear, it is always beneficial to remember them very clearly, so that, even if you wake up 2 o'clock in the night and someone asks you what is the value of cos 45, you should be able to tell him very frankly, right? Because this is what you will use throughout trigonometry, starting from class 10th to 11th and 12th. And these ratios are really important. So please try to remember the values. In the next video, we'll be seeing the trigonometric values, the values of the trigonometric ratios for 30 degrees and 60 degrees.